Hello, pleasant morning to each and everyone. So we are the group 4 presents our topic for today's discussion. But before that, let me introduce my group mates to you. So Miss Reina Chris Habagat and Miss Rhea Sanchez. They are both beautiful. So here I have a sort of activity here and I want you to comment your answer in a comment section below. I will give you 2 minutes to answer this problem. Okay? Okay. I know that you're asking about why is it um connected ang yung na solve na problem because our topic for today is all about interest. So when we say interest, it is the cost of borrowing money. Kung sa Bisaya pa, atong paghuwam sa kwarta. It is typically expressed as a percentage. It amounts to a fee or extra charge the borrower pays the lender for the finance sum. When you make a payment on a simple interest loan, the payment first goes towards that man's interest and the remainder goes towards the principal. So I have here problems. It is a sort of easy problems lang. So now, let's start with problem number 1. In problem number 1, here is a 2-year loan of $500 is made with 4% simple interest. So, find the interest earned. So, always take a moment to identify the values given in the problem. So, here we are the given. So, let's have time is 2 years. 2 is equal to t is equal to 2. So, here we have the initial amount. It is a $500. P is equals to 500. So the rate is 4%. So we need to write this in a decimal form, which is R is equal to 0.04. So next thing to do is we need to apply the formula, which is the I is equal to PRT. So since we already know nga unsay value sa PRT, we need to simplify the given value, which is equal to 500, close open parenthesis 0.04, close open parenthesis 2. So next thing is we need to multiply the 500 to 0.04, which is makakuha tag answer nga 20. Next is we need to multiply 20 to 2. So 20 times 2 is equal to 40. So that is why makakuha tag the interest earned is $40. So since we are done with problem number 1, let's move on to problem number 2. In problem number 2, a business takes out of a simple interest of $10 at a rate of 7.5%. So what is the total amount the business will repay if the loan is for 8 years? So the total amount they will repay is the future value. So the A is the future value. So we are also given the T is equal to 8. Our R is equal to 0.75. Our P is equal to 10,000. So next thing to do is we need to use the simple interest formula for future value. So the formula of the simple interest formula for future value is A is equal to P close open parenthesis 1 plus RT. So since we already know the value of each P, R, and T, we need to simplify. So 10,000 close open parenthesis 1 plus 0.075 times 8, no, close open parenthesis. So 10,000 atong unahon ang og simplify ang naa sa parenthesis, which is 0.075 times 8 mo na makuha tag 0.06. So next thing to do with this is we need to multiply na po i-simplify di ay ang naa sa parenthesis, which is 1 plus 0.6, which is makakuha tag 1.6. I-multiply na to siya ang 10,000 i-multiply na to sa 1.6 mao tong makuha ta og answer nga 16,000. So therefore, the business will pay back a total of $16,000. So next is I will give the floor to Miss Reina Crisabagat, since she is the one who will give the question about the average part. Okay, thank you so much for listening, and
Hello everyone. So, after we managed to have the easy part of our problem solving of interest, we will now proceed to the average part. And I am yours truly, Ms. Reina Cristabagat. So, yeah, come along with me as we have this problem. Okay, problem number 1. Rudell invests $5,000 in a savings account at an annual rate of 8% for 5 years. So the question here is A, how much money did he earn in interest? And B, what is the total value of his savings account? So first things first, and we were talking about problem solving, we need to list all the given terms in that problem. Okay, for P, we have 5,000. R, rate, which is 8%, and we need to make 8% into decimal form, which is 0.08. And our T here is 5 years. So the formula in finding the interest is the principal times the rate times the time. And we have here, we need to substitute na, since we already have the given terms, we need to substitute it in the formula. So 5,000 times 0.08 times 5 is equal to $2,000. Therefore, Rudell earned an interest of $2,000. So for the question letter B, what is the total value of his savings account? So for the total value, we have here the future value. The formula for future value is F is equal to the interest plus the principal. So the interest that we get is 2,000 plus the $5,000 of principal, which we have the $7,000 of the future value. So Rudell will be having a total of 7,000 of his savings account. Okay, let us now proceed to the problem number 2. So how many years will it take for an investment of 100,000 pesos to become 1 million if it will be compounded quarterly at 8%? So, like what we did before, or what we did earlier, we managed to select or to point out the given terms. For the principal, we have 100,000. For the final amount, we have 1 million. For the N, or the number of times interest is compounded per unit, we have 4. Since it states here compounded quarterly, this one. And R here is 8%, so we need to make percent into decimal. We get 0.08. So we also list the unknown, which is time. So the formula in finding that certain amount, or in finding the compound interest, we have here A, the final amount is equal to P times 1 plus R over N times to the power of N times T. So we will now proceed to the substitution of the values. Okay, next thing that we did is to put this one in this kind of, diba, 100,000 time open parenthesis 1 plus 0.08 over 4 times to the power of 40. We need to cancel out this one to make it easier for us to go beyond. So cancel out, and mahabili na lang is 1 plus 0.08 over 4 to the power of 40. So ako na lang siyang gilargo og simplify. So, 1 plus 0.08 over 4, we have 0.08 over 4, we have 0.02. Copy the exponent 40. And this one here, let's have 1 million divide 100,000 is 10. So, simplify addition. 10 is equal to 1 plus 0.02, 1.02 to the power of 4 t. Okay, the next thing we will do is we will make a way in order to make this t right here. We will put here in our base. So let's apply the law of rule or the law or rule of logarithm. So let's get the logarithm for the both sides of our equation. So in order to have that one, so we have here logarithm m to the power of x is equal to x. Since our exponent here will be our base, our coefficient, and we have here logarithm m. So we will make it like this one. So let's put logarithm here, logarithm of 1.02. We will now make that 1.02 as our base times 10 is equal to 40. We will now bring down our exponent. So, in order to make t na lang mabilin, so let's divide 4 both sides. So, 4 is equal to t logarithm 1.02 times 10 to the power of 4. In having the result of this one, let's just calculate it to our calculator or our logarithm calculator. So, we can now have 29.06918. And let's just put 2 decimal term in our result, 29.07 years, round off. Okay, so therefore, to sum up everything that is mentioned above, it will take 29.07 years for an investment of 100,000 to become 1 million if it will be compounded quarterly at 8%. So that will be all for the averaging round. For the next round, for the difficult, let's have Miss Reyes Sanchez. Thank you, everyone. Keep safe.
Hi everyone, this is Reyes Sanchez and I am going to have example number 5 on problems about interest, which is under the difficult category. So let's not prolong the talk and proceed to our problem. So here's the problem. On January 1, Gary borrows $10,000 to purchase an automobile at 12% annual interest, compounded quarterly beginning on April 1. He agrees to pay $800 per month on the last day of the month, beginning on January 31, over 12 months. His 13th payment, which is on the following January 31, will be the unpaid balance. Now the question is, how much will that 13th payment be? So here is our given. Principal, or the amount borrowed, is equal to $10,000. Our interest, so we can get our interest by using this formula 1 plus r divided by n. So our r here is the annual interest, which is 12%, and if we're going to transform it into decimal form, we will have 0.12 divided by 4 since it is compounded quarterly. By dividing 0.12 by 4, we will get the quotient of 0.03. And if we're going to add it by 1, we will get the sum of 1.03. So 1.03 is our interest. So the monthly payment, as stated in the problem, is $800. And the quarterly payment is equal to $2,400, since every quarter consists of 3 months, and then we will going to multiply the monthly payment 800 by 3, then we will have $2,400 as the quarterly payment. Now what is being asked in the problem is the 13th payment, and that 13th payment is also the balance after Mr. Gary had paid the 12 months of payment. So here is the explanation. 12% annual interest compounded quarterly is effectively 3% interest per quarter. So over the course of one quarter, Gary pays off $2,400 and the remainder of the loan accrues 3%. This happens 4 times, so we will subtract $2,400 and subsequently multiply by 1.03. So to further understand the solution of this problem, I constructed a table. So here's the table I constructed. The first column consists the 4 quarters. The second column consists the principal. The third column consists the quarterly payment. The fourth column, there we will subtract the principal by the quarterly payment. And on the fifth column, there we will multiply the result we get in the fourth column by the interest 1.03. And for the sixth column is the balance. Now for the first quarter, our principal is $10,000. And our quarterly payment, as I have said earlier, is $2,400. Then we will going to subtract the $10,000 by $2,400. By subtracting, we will get a difference of $7,600. And we will multiply that by 1.03, as you can see in the fifth column. So we will multiply that to 2, and that will give us a result of 7,828. So that 7,828 is the balance after Mr. Gary had paid the first quarter. So 7,828 will be our new principal also for the second quarter. And then we will going to subtract it again by the quarterly payment 2,400, and by subtracting $7,828 by 2,400, we get a difference of $5,428, as you can see on the fifth column. So $5,428 times the interest 1.03, then we will get a balance of $5,590.84. So that new balance will become our principal in the third quarter. So $5,590.84, we will going to subtract it again by the quarterly payment, which is 2,400. So by subtracting, we will get a difference of 3,190.84, as you can see in the fifth column. And that $3,190.84, we will multiply it by the interest 1.03. And that gives us a result of $3,286.57. So again, 3,286.57 will become our principal for the fourth quarter. And the same process, we will going to subtract $3,286.57 by the quarterly payment 2,400, and then by subtracting, we will get a difference of $886.57, and we will multiply it by 1.03, and it will give us a result of $913.17. So $913.17 is the balance after Mr. Gary had paid for the 12 months of payment. So that will be the 13th payment that Mr. Gary has to pay also.